Welcome to Trending Update USA, and I am Steffan bringing you an in-depth look at the latest tennis developments, this time revolving around one of the most anticipated matchups of the WTA Finals, as Coco Gauff prepares to face Aryna Sabalenka. This clash has drawn attention from fans, analysts, and former champions alike, but today the spotlight is on tennis legend Tracy Austin, who has stepped forward to offer her prediction on who will emerge victorious when these two incredible athletes collide on the court. The WTA Finals is a tournament where every player competes at the highest level, where preparation, strategy, mental fortitude, and adaptability can mean the difference between triumph and defeat, and this showdown is shaping up to be a defining moment in Coco Gauff's career as well as a testament to Aryna Sabalenka's growing dominance in women's tennis. Tracy Austin, a two-time U.S. Open champion and former world number one, is renowned not just for her remarkable career but also for her deep understanding of tennis tactics, her ability to read players' strengths and weaknesses, and her knack for predicting outcomes based on both skill and psychology. When Austin weighs in on this matchup, fans take notice because her analysis goes beyond numbers and statistics. She considers momentum, mindset, historical performance, and the subtle nuances that can tip the scales in high-stakes matches. Coco Gauff has become one of the most prominent figures in women's tennis, capturing attention not just through her impressive results but also through her athleticism, speed, and mental resilience. Her journey from prodigy to Grand Slam champion has been meteoric, with each match highlighting her growing maturity, strategic awareness, and ability to adapt under pressure. However, Aryna Sabalenka presents a unique challenge. Known for her power, aggressive baseline play, and ability to dictate rallies, Sabalenka is a formidable opponent whose combination of force, precision, and confidence has propelled her to the top tier of women's tennis. Past encounters between Gauff and Sabalenka have showcased a fascinating clash of styles, with Gauff's defensive skills and counterpunching abilities often going head-to-head with Sabalenka's relentless aggression. Fans and analysts alike have dissected their matches, noting that while Gauff can absorb and redirect pace, Sabalenka's ability to maintain high-intensity pressure can force even the most talented opponents into mistakes. Tracy Austin's prediction does not exist in isolation. It is part of a larger discussion about how Gauff might need to adjust her approach in order to succeed against Sabalenka. Analysts have frequently suggested that relying solely on defensive tactics or predictable patterns is unlikely to be sufficient in this encounter. Austin's commentary emphasizes that Gauff must not only play to her strengths but also actively seek to disrupt Sabalenka's rhythm, to take the initiative at critical points, and to remain mentally resilient even under intense pressure. According to Austin, the player who controls momentum and dictates the pace will have a substantial advantage, and in that sense, the upcoming match is less about who has the more powerful shot and more about who can impose strategy, patience, and adaptability in a fluid, high-pressure environment. Gauff's preparation for this match has been widely discussed in tennis circles. Reports suggest that she has intensified her training regime, focusing on sharpening her serve, improving her first strike opportunities, and enhancing her ability to construct points more aggressively. Coaches have emphasized the importance of attacking strategically, moving Sabalenka off the court, and creating openings rather than waiting for errors. Tracy Austin's analysis aligns with these recommendations, highlighting that proactive play will be key. She notes that Gauff's speed, court coverage, and improved offensive capabilities can be decisive, but only if employed with tactical intelligence and psychological discipline. Austin stresses that success against a player like Sabalenka requires more than athleticism. It demands a conscious effort to control the rhythm, manage high-risk shots, and seize critical moments in the match. On the other side, Aryna Sabalenka is entering this WTA Finals match with confidence and momentum. Her powerful serve, heavy ground strokes, and aggressive approach have earned her significant victories throughout the season, and her ability to maintain focus under pressure has made her a consistent threat on the tour. Sabalenka's mental toughness and willingness to take control of rallies early put tremendous demands on opponents, forcing them to adapt quickly or risk being overpowered. Austin's commentary acknowledges Sabalenka's strengths, noting that her combination of power, timing, and competitive instinct is difficult to counter, particularly for players who hesitate or become reactive. The prediction, therefore, is not a simple favoring of one athlete over the other, but a nuanced assessment that considers form, strategy, psychology, and adaptability. The dynamic between Gauff and Sabalenka also reflects broader themes in modern women's tennis. The sport has evolved into a blend of athleticism, mental toughness, and tactical sophistication. Players are no longer able to rely solely on a single dominant skill. Success requires a multifaceted approach. Gauff's rise demonstrates that a player's ability to blend speed, defensive acumen, and evolving offensive tools can challenge even the most powerful opponents. Sabalenka's ascent, meanwhile, illustrates how raw power can be tempered with strategic awareness and mental composure to produce consistent elite-level results. Tracy Austin's insights bring these elements into sharp focus, emphasizing that this matchup is as much about strategy and psychological resilience as it is about shot-making and physical prowess. Austin also comments on the psychological battle that will unfold during the match. Gauff has often been praised for her composure in high-pressure situations, her ability to maintain focus, and her resilience in the face of adversity. Sabalenka, on the other hand, is known for her competitive fire and ability to impose herself emotionally on opponents. The interplay of these psychological factors may prove decisive, as momentum swings can occur rapidly in women's tennis, particularly in matches involving top-tier talent. Austin suggests that the player who can remain mentally steady, capitalize on opportunities, and recover quickly from setbacks will likely have an edge. This psychological dimension, combined with the tactical considerations, creates a complex landscape for prediction, making Austin's insights especially valuable to fans seeking to understand how the match might unfold. Historically, Gauff and Sabalenka have produced memorable encounters that offer lessons for this WTA Finals matchup. Each match has highlighted the importance of adjusting tactics, reading the opponent's tendencies, and managing both momentum and nerves. Austin's prediction draws on these historical patterns, emphasizing that past results can inform strategy but do not guarantee future outcomes. She underscores that while Gauff has occasionally struggled against Sabalenka's power, she has also shown the ability to adapt mid-match, to find openings, and to execute critical points under pressure. The prediction, therefore, reflects both a recognition of Sabalenka's strengths and a belief in Gauff's capacity to rise to the occasion, provided she makes strategic adjustments. Fans and analysts have also debated the impact of external factors such as crowd support, tournament conditions, and scheduling on the outcome. The WTA Finals is played under intense scrutiny, with high expectations and media attention that can amplify pressure. Austin notes that Gauff's ability to channel fan energy positively, to maintain focus amidst external distractions, and to approach the match with a clear game plan will be essential. Similarly, Sabalenka's experience in handling pressure situations and her confidence in executing aggressive tactics under observation contribute to the complexity of the matchup. Austin's prediction takes these factors into account, offering a holistic perspective that combines physical, tactical, and psychological dimensions. Another element Austin highlights is the importance of serve and return dynamics. Gauff's ability to place her serves effectively, to vary pace and direction, and to remain aggressive on key points can set the tone early in rallies. Sabalenka's serving power, meanwhile, is a key weapon that can create quick opportunities or force errors if opponents are unprepared. Austin emphasizes that the player who controls serve momentum and leverages return opportunities effectively may gain a crucial advantage in this contest. Tactical nuance in these exchanges, along with awareness of court positioning and shot selection, can influence outcomes in matches between elite players, reinforcing the idea that this is not merely a battle of power but a comprehensive duel of strategy, execution, and mental acuity. Austin also discusses the role of adaptability during the match. Both Gauff and Sabalenka have demonstrated the ability to adjust tactics mid-game, to respond to opponent patterns, and to exploit weaknesses as they arise. The WTA Finals environment, with its best-of-three-set format, demands that players remain flexible and resilient, prepared to shift strategies as the match evolves. Austin's prediction emphasizes that Gauff's success may hinge on her ability to recognize shifts in Sabalenka's rhythm, to exploit openings when they appear, and to avoid becoming predictable or overly reliant on familiar patterns. In this context, preparation, awareness, and in-the-moment decision-making are as critical as technical skill. Tracy Austin also addresses the potential turning points in the match. Key moments such as break points, tiebreaks, and momentum swings are often decisive in high-level encounters. Austin predicts that the match may feature intense back-and-forth sequences where composure, tactical clarity, and the ability to seize opportunities under pressure determine the ultimate winner. She underscores that while both players are capable of producing remarkable points, the player who can maintain consistency, reduce unforced errors, and execute under stress is more likely to prevail. This analytical lens provides fans with insight into not only who might win but also how the match could develop and which aspects of performance may be pivotal. Furthermore, Austin highlights the importance of confidence and self-belief. Gauff's growing experience, coupled with her prior Grand Slam success, has instilled a sense of assurance that can influence performance positively. Sabalenka's track record, power, and aggression provide her with confidence, but Austin notes that confidence alone is insufficient without tactical intelligence and the ability to respond to pressure situations. The interplay between self-belief, execution, and strategic acumen becomes central to understanding how the match may unfold, and Austin's insights help contextualize the prediction in a broader framework that goes beyond raw talent. In terms of prediction specifics, Austin provides a nuanced perspective that considers multiple variables. She acknowledges Sabalenka's power and ability to dominate rallies but also notes Gauff's speed, court coverage, and adaptability as significant factors. The prediction is not a simple choice but a scenario analysis where each player has pathways to victory depending on how effectively they execute strategy, manage pressure, and respond to critical points. Austin emphasizes that while Sabalenka may be favored based on recent form and power metrics, Gauff's potential to disrupt rhythm, force errors, and capitalize on key opportunities keeps the matchup highly competitive and unpredictable. The broader implications of this match extend beyond the WTA Finals. For Gauff, a victory over Sabalenka would reinforce her position as one of the sport's leading figures, demonstrate her capacity to compete against the top-ranked players, and signal her readiness to consistently challenge for major titles. For Sabalenka, a win would affirm her status as a dominant force, capable of executing power-driven tactics while maintaining mental composure in high-stakes situations. Austin's prediction situates the match within this larger narrative, framing it as a contest that may shape perceptions, influence rankings, and impact the trajectory of both athletes' careers. Austin's analysis also addresses stylistic considerations. Sabalenka's aggressive baseline play, heavy ground strokes, and high-risk approach can produce both winners and errors, creating volatility in match outcomes. Gauff's counterpunching, speed, and improved offensive tools allow her to absorb pressure, redirect pace, and exploit openings. The dynamic interplay between these contrasting styles is central to understanding the strategic complexity of the match, and Austin's prediction emphasizes that adaptability, tactical intelligence, and mental resilience will be critical determinants of success. Moreover, Austin considers how preparation and coaching may influence the outcome. Gauff's team has reportedly focused on enhancing aggression, point construction, and first strike opportunities, while Sabalenka's camp emphasizes maintaining power, consistency, and psychological composure. Austin highlights that these preparations, when executed effectively, can significantly impact match dynamics, shaping momentum, influencing decision-making, and determining which player can impose their preferred style. The prediction, therefore, is informed by both intrinsic player qualities and extrinsic factors such as preparation, strategy, and support. Another aspect Austin discusses is the role of momentum and emotional regulation. High-intensity matches often involve swings where confidence, energy, and focus fluctuate rapidly. Gauff's ability to maintain composure, respond positively to setbacks, and capitalize on surges can influence momentum in her favor. Sabalenka's aggressive mindset, paired with her confidence in executing power shots, can similarly shape momentum shifts. Austin's prediction integrates these considerations, emphasizing that psychological resilience and emotional regulation are as vital as technical execution in determining the outcome. Finally, Austin reflects on the historical significance of such high-profile encounters. Matches between emerging stars and established powerhouses have long defined women's tennis, shaping narratives, influencing rankings, and inspiring future generations. Gauff vs. Sabalenka is part of this tradition, representing not only a contest of skill but also a symbolic clash between youth, ambition, experience, and established dominance. Austin's prediction situates the match within this historical context, highlighting the potential impact on the sport and underscoring the stakes involved for both players. In conclusion, Tracy Austin's prediction regarding Coco Gauff vs. Aryna Sabalenka at the WTA Finals is a comprehensive analysis that considers tactical execution, psychological resilience, momentum, historical context, and preparation. Gauff's strengths, including speed, adaptability, and growing offensive capability, are weighed against Sabalenka's power, aggression, and competitive confidence. Austin emphasizes that the match outcome will depend on who can control pace, maintain composure under pressure, seize critical points, and adapt strategically as the contest unfolds. Fans should expect an intense, high-stakes, and dynamic encounter where both players have viable pathways to victory, making the matchup one of the most compelling events in the current WTA Finals and a showcase of elite-level women's tennis. As we await the first serve, the anticipation builds, and the world watches closely, knowing that the unfolding drama will provide insight into the future trajectories of these two extraordinary athletes, reflecting not only their skills and strategies but also their capacity for growth, adaptation, and excellence at the pinnacle of the sport. Here on Trending Update USA, I'm Steffan, bringing you the latest expert analysis, predictions, and breakdowns from the world of tennis. Tracy Austin's insights remind us that every match is a complex interplay of talent, strategy, mental strength, and historical context. As Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka prepare to clash at the WTA Finals, the tennis world holds its breath, eager to witness the tactical adjustments, critical points, and emotional fortitude that will ultimately decide the winner. Whether it is Gauff's evolving offensive game or Sabalenka's imposing power, fans are guaranteed an electrifying contest that will resonate far beyond the tournament itself. This matchup is more than a game, it is a defining moment, a tactical duel, and a test of character, and Tracy Austin's prediction provides a lens through which to appreciate the intricacies and significance of this showdown. Stay tuned, stay informed, and keep watching Trending Update USA as we continue to cover every development, provide expert analysis, and bring you closer to the heart of the action in the world of professional tennis.